This ruling means that people will have to start paying back student loans in October. Shannon Handy is working for you to find out what more borrowers need to know, including whether they can seek debt relief. She talked to someone in the loan industry to get his perspective.
This decision has created a lot of stress for people with student loans, but that expert I spoke with says the worst thing you can do is ignore those monthly bills, which will start back up again, saying there are programs that can help.
So September, the loan will accrue interest. October, the first payment will be due.
Jack Wallace is the director of governmental and lender relations at YRefi, a student loan refinance company. I asked him to break down what the Supreme Court's decision means and provide tips for those impacted.
For people who think, how am I going to afford paying off these loans? What's your biggest piece of advice?
Don't hide from the servicers because it's going to negatively impact your credit if you get delinquent or seriously delinquent or go into default, number one. Number two, you got to look at the family budget, or if you're single, your own budget, and some discretionary income spending that's been going on for the last couple of years is going to have to change.
Wallace also suggests people call their servicer to ensure they have your correct contact information and check to see if you have an account with the U.S. Department of Education. If not, sign up for one. And if you're wondering whether or not there's a way to trim down your payments, Wallace tells me it's possible.
The federal government has what they call income contingent repayment programs, which are various programs depending upon what your income is and what you do for a living. So they have a public service forgiveness program, and then they have another program that's based upon income where you can manage your monthly payment based upon a percentage of your gross income.
As a reminder, Wallace says student loan debt is tax deductible. Overall, he says people should not rely on the government reverting back to loan forgiveness. Instead, they need to focus on paying back the money they said they would.
You signed a prom note, you got an education, hopefully. Now, some people didn't all graduate. But there's no reason why, 7/8 of Americans should be paying for 1/8 that would benefit from the forgiveness program.
Working for you, I'm Shannon Handy for CBS 8.
Thanks, Shannon. President Biden says he's not giving up. He says he will try to use the Higher Education Act to solve the country's student debt problem. He also says there won't be penalties for late or missed payments for the first year once payments resume.